Okay, that looks like we are on. Yeah, okay. There we go. There we go. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Move this here. Let's see now. There is one more thing I need to check. Okay. I need to check. All right. So we're doing good all over there. And then the other thing I need to do is okay. My goodness. Sometimes this becomes even more complicated than it becomes complicated. Okay. And just to go live. All right. So we got all of that going for us. Now I can really pay attention to what's going on here. And I am glad to be finally live. I'm going to need an assistant. Hi. Yes, I'm well. Thank you. I hope you are well too. Nice to see you. I was wondering if you would have the opportunity to join us today. And today is Monday, June 30th. I wanted to let you guys know a few things about this coming week. My name is RC. I'm from Quiet Mind Light Center. I'm a holistic healer. I do hands-on healing. I have something called hi, Kathy. I'm nice to see you. I'm glad you made it. I have something called the Lucia Light number 3, which is an amazing, amazing light machine. And the more I use it, and the more I have clients that use it, and they tell me what they see when they are experiencing when they're under the light, and the things that they see and the places that they go and the healing that happens just absolutely amazes me every single time. So I might have to do a whole session just on that, and I'll be happy to do that. I have also another light machine called the chakra bed. It's crystal chakras. You lay under it, it gets pointed to your, there's 7 crystals, they get pointed to your chakras. And that one, you just sit under it and you relax. You do have to, with that one, have something, at least one thing you want to manifest, and at least one thing you want to release. So, hi, Todd. So nice to see you. It's like having a closet full of clothes, You really can't put one more shirt in there. Well, you got to take the one of the old ones out in order to put the new one in. And so that is what the crystal bed is all about. Releasing something and uh, I think my live stream just for YouTube just went, my goodness. Let's see now. Okay, we're back on Facebook and it looks like we're back everywhere. All right, I'm not sure my signal here is. Yes, that was same thing happened. I guess it must have been my internet. There's nothing I can do about that. So that's that light machine, and I have been a holistic healer since 2008, and I have been practicing since, like, really practicing since 2012. So it's a little bit over a couple of decades. What I want to talk about today, and this is why we will change things around for next Monday. The Lions Gate portal has already opened. It opened on the 26th of this month, and it will go beyond the Lions Gate, uh, I believe, through the 14th, after 888 date. So Lionsgate is all about manifestation. Lionsgate is all about clearing your intentions, rewriting them until you make it perfect. You know how sometimes you want to say something very important to somebody and you practice. I don't know about you, but I like to just make sure I sometimes get the wording right. So I practice to make sure I say the right thing because um, a lot of times it's not about uh, them knowing I'm upset, but I'm making sure that the message is delivered correctly so that they understand what I am talking about. So I like to make sure the wording is correct. So you want to make sure the wording is correct for what you want to manifest. And you also want to make sure that you're very aware of the things you want to let go of. I have been noticing that there is a lot of programming that happened in my background, in the back of my head, that I don't catch. So the thought processes, my beliefs, there's is just the same way I'm breathing, the same way we're breathing, the same way the programming happens in the background, the same way in your computer, right? Uh, you write something and the answer comes up, but there's a programming in the background that calculates what you just asked and brings you the answer. So we do that a lot. There's a lot of pre-programming in the back of our mind. We're not paying attention to it. We're not aware of it, just like we're not aware we're breathing when we're taking a bath, going to work, talking to people. We're not aware we're breathing, but it's happening in the background. So Catch those. When somebody asks you something and you're like, well, I didn't think about that. And then you had a thought that, okay, well, blah, 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 you're thinking. Catch yourself. Is this blah, blah, blah just a program in the back of my mind? How else can I look at this situation? Lionsgate, perfect timing for this. Do not wait for 888 for this, for you to do this, because you will miss it if you wait until then. Gotta do it now. Gotta meditate on it every day. Now, the other day, somebody was talking to me and saying, um, they have difficulty sitting down and going, and they're kind of annoyed that other people can. So I asked them, do you color? Do you paint? Do you do what are your habits? It's like, I sew. Like, perfect. Sewing is your meditation. Sewing is the thing you do to find peace. It calms you down, doesn't it? Yes, it does. I know other sewers that sewing is just the place they wanted to be, where the world stands still and they're just working on a project. So people meditate different ways. Some people garden, some people knit, some people wash dishes or bake, cook. That is their meditation. Find what your meditation is. If it's not sitting still and going within, then you might have a different kind of meditation. So don't worry about it. Find your stillness and write what you wanted to manifest for not just the next year, but the next 5 years, and go with that. So portals open, it's awesome. Be proactive. Also, we are in the United States. The Lionsgate portal is connected to the Giza pyramid, so it's in their time zone. That is why the actual 888 happens for us on 7/7, at the night of 7/7, which is the night we're going to meet. Um, by the way, this is episode 51. So next Monday will be episode 52, but we're going to do it a little bit differently. We're going to meet. I will find the time. I don't know the exact time. It might be 4 p.m. Eastern time, 7 p.m. Western time, PST time, Pacific time. I will confirm it and I'll post it. So, and I don't know for Hawaii what time it will be. 5-year plan. Yeah. I mean, I think 5-year plan is awesome. And we can do 1-year plan and 2-year plan, 3-year plan, go up to 5 years. I think 5 is an awesome plan. Uh, Again, don't allow limitations to play a factor into this. You know what businesses do when they have a big project? Okay, Kathy, yeah, that's awesome. Businesses, when they have a huge project and they say, we have 12 weeks to complete this project. So they find the future date that they have the project needs to end, and then they start working backwards because they know exactly what needs to be done. This needs to be finished, this needs to be finished. These are the things. So they know when the busy time will be, when the push will be. Sometimes it's all programming and IT work and things like that. And that might be in the middle of the 12 weeks. So they know they, instead of needing 5 IT people, maybe they'll need 9 IT people. So they have to schedule the payroll and so on and so forth. But they go from that date, the day they need the project done, and they work into the present moment. So play around with it. See what your 5 year plan is and what are the different things that you would need to accomplish every year in order to reach it. Then you'll know, is my 5 year plan realistic or not realistic? How much time do you have in your hand in order to create your 5 year plan? How does your 5 year plan stand with your 1 year plans? Is your 1 year plan bringing you up to the 5 year plan? So, and do that for your career, do that for your finances, do that for your health. Uh, we know, like, a lot of people, they plan vacation 9 months from now. Then, okay, I need to lose 15 pounds by 9 months. I need to lose 25 pounds by 9 months. And then right? Now they know how much weight they need to use every month in order to look awesome in their bathing suit. Or go to Cairo. I know when I booked my trip to go to Egypt, and I was told we're going to walk a lot. We are going to walk a lot. So I don't know how many months I had. I think I had 7 months. I started exercising right there and then. Still, I was the slowpoke in the group of 50, but I went and I did it. Um, okay, we're gonna have our meditation. So on Monday, I won't post it like like 5 minutes before. I'll post it ahead of time for you guys so you can prepare your day, and we'll do a meditation. Um, I'm probably thinking about not doing it on social media. So I'll post that we're going to have it, and then anybody that wants to join will have to message me so I can send them a link a few minutes before we go on. um, I would prefer to do it that way because there's just too many people coming and going in social media, and people have different kinds of energies. Bless everyone. But I want to keep this container tight. So it's only for people who really want to join the meditation. Yeah. So, um, the other thing I might do for that meditation is, you know, offer like a donation kind of thing, and also offer a one-on-one that anybody that wants to join. So anybody that does join, they'll get a one-on-one with me, and they can ask any questions that they want. Um, we'll schedule a time and a date that works with both of us, and then you'll have a private session with me. So I'm looking forward to that. Other than that, I think that was all that I wanted to share. I was thrown a curveball over the weekend. I just got back. Friday, I went to Tennessee. A friend of mine had put together what she called a healing spa day. So there were five practitioners. Everybody did different things, and a whole bunch of ladies. Oh, it was a whole bunch of ladies this time that had signed up. Some signed up with everybody. Some signed up with one or two people. My schedule was full. Everybody had such an amazing experience with the Lucia light. um, Everybody got exactly what they needed from the light, which was absolutely amazing. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to serve. Yes, I got your message, Amona. I will. Uh, so that it was a it was really really a reminder to me of how much I love being of service like this. It was just amazing for me. And then on Sunday, a friend of mine I hadn't seen for a very long time came to visit me in Tennessee and just threw a curveball with one of her questions. She didn't mean to, but I was like, huh, I never thought of that. And then that's when I caught myself with all these pre programming answers that was coming to my mind, and I caught them after, not instantly, but afterwards. Oh my God, I was thinking this, but what about this? I was thinking that, what about this? So be good to yourself and don't throw everything out with the trash. Sometimes there are gold nuggets there. Contemplate on what people are giving you. Okay. So, who here is going to, other than Kathy, I know, aware awesomeness? Awesomeness. It was, Lisa, it was awesome to catch myself. I had never realized that I was doing that. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, Lisa, I used the bed for 5 minutes, the Lucia light for 5 minutes before the um, the session started, and my third eye was like, it's to the point that uh, I feel there's something crawling on my forehead. I feel my hair. Is it my hair? Is something crawling on my hair? And every single person that used it after me said the same thing about their third eye. So something universal is happening, or earthly is happening. So if you do meditate, if you do sit down and meditate, if you are aware when you're lying down and right before you go to sleep, if you like to, you are in the habit of just staying alert and aware to what's going on, pay attention to your third eye, because my goodness, uh, something is going on with the energies more, and probably the 888 portal. Okay. I already, somebody sent me a question, so I'm gonna pick a card for them. And if anybody has any other questions, um, go ahead and send them to me. Mona, the snake again, betrayal. Wisdom, right? Secrets, bear. So it changed a lot. With this combination, actually, with this combination, I will not call this betrayal. I would call this transformation. I would call this, it says secrets, right? The unknown, learning. When we're transforming, we are learning. We're learning new things. We're shedding skin. What does the snake do? The snake sheds its skin, and the bear takes charge. So I think you have come through a passage in life, and you have shed things that you were supposed to shed in the process of shedding things that you are, and you're learning new things, and you're taking charge of your life, and you're moving forward, and I love that for you. And tell me after you get the opportunity to do the replay, how that sounds to you. uh, for this month, what do you see for me for this month? Okay, let's do that. Have fun, isn't it? Tomorrow is June 1st, July 1st. Ship, movement, transition, garden. Garden is always nice, isn't it? Social, gathering, and lilies. I think actually lilies are wisdom, aging, maturity. Uh, the ship is transition, and I feel it's not necessarily transportation in your case, but the transition. Lilies is the, I'm going to put it this way, you're maturing into the person that you want, if that makes sense. Just the same way I'm maturing after that question. I was like, well, what are all these thoughts? Maturing into the person I want to be. You're maturing into the person you want to be, but it seems like you're doing it more in a fun way. In a social scene, social gathering, you are, it's lighter, if that makes sense. At this point, it's lighter, because I know transitions are not necessarily lighter process. I have never met a spiritual person that said, oh, it was so easy, it was so fun, I had such a blast. I had to let go of all my friends and be alone for the longest time, and then move 100 times, and it was such a blast by the time I landed. Ascension is so fun. So, okay, I'm going to do a card for myself for this week. Yeah, so fun. So fun. Okay. Um, yes, just this week. Actually, I just asked a question and it wasn't this week. I asked a question. Crossroads. Yes, this is where I feel I am. I feel like I am in the crossroads, which is a good thing, apparently. Oh, I'm so confused. I'm so confused which way to go. How many of us find ourselves in at the crossroads? But you just keep going. You pick a path and you go. And if it was the right one, great. And if it wasn't, then we learned something. You gotta keep going. Um, is it time to set the date for our first free health and fun class? Free health and fun class. Okay. Whose hour? Do you know? This card's falling on the ground. Maybe you'd be happy with this one that fell on the ground because it is the crossroads. You stay there. You stay there, crossroads. Okay. Yeah, the crossroads had fallen down. Okay. Here we go. Lisa. The fox. Mm, cunning. The moon. Recognition, romance, emotions. The birds. Communication, gossip. I'm getting a no to the answer. Not that you shouldn't do it, but just wait a week. I think this is an awesome week to put it out there into the universe that this is what you like to do and allow it to brew, right? So you can see the end result. Okay. Kathy would like a card for herself. Okay. That's right. You have to keep making choices. So that means you're making the decisions. The universe is not, right? And then you learn from your choices. See, a lot of people like to make decisions and then or not. And then when something goes wrong, they don't want to admit that it was their fault. I made a decision and I made a bad decision. They don't want to say, I'm responsible for this thing that just happened. It went wrong. Nobody wants to say that. And here's the thing. Ego has destroyed many, many relationships, hands down. Relationships with family members, relationships with spouses, relationship with children. Ego has destroyed many relationships. That's the first thing. The second thing is that nobody is always right. And everybody knows that. When you don't take responsibility for your own actions, um, you can't also, for a mistake, let's say, you can't also, because the universe is all about harmony and balance. When you do something awesome, you really can't accept that either, because the universe is about harmony and balance. So in order to keep the balance, when you say something wrong, when you do something wrong, just say, I'm sorry, that was my bad. That won't happen again. And then when you do something awesome, yay, you can celebrate, because now there is a balance. Does that make sense? Or is it just me? Okay, Kathy, let's do this for the week. I'm mixing. Clouds. What's going on this week? Book. So, clouds is doubt, confusion. Book, we already said, it's secrets, it's the unknown, it's learning. And the bear, my God. It's the same two cards, except for the clouds. For Mona, it was the snake. Okay. Kathy, you are also trying to make certain decisions, and you have doubts. You don't know which way to go. But you are also, at the same time, it looks like you're taking charge and you're trying to learn about the decisions, about the end result of each one, so that you can make a clear decision and not be clouded. So keep doing that. You're on the right track. Keep learning, keep asking, keep contemplating. It's a wonderful, wonderful week to come to a resolution with what you need to your next step. Yeah, the book in the middle, right? Secrets, the unknown, learning. Um, I read today, somebody wrote on Facebook how they needed to find a dentist, and they researched the dentist in their area. They researched themselves on what are the options of getting that tooth fixed. They researched not only the dentist, they read reviews and they went to the other sites to find out about the dentist and then picked one. Went to that one and asked the dentist a whole bunch of questions and he fixed it and she was very happy with it. So I was like, wow, way to go. That's the way to find a dentist or a doctor, or, that's the way to do it. So I think you're on the right track. Keep looking. Yes. Okay, everybody. No more questions. Have a wonderful week. Um, keep loving yourselves. Keep being kind to yourself. And love, 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 love. Love is going to conquer you. Okay? And I'll post about next Monday and after I meditate on it. And hopefully I will get to see you all next Monday. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Love you all. Bye.